What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 25 in my 14th annual 31 Days of Horror, a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween, and continuing along with the reviews here. As promised, I said that I was going to review A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors from the year 1987, so I am actually going to do that. Last night, as I mentioned in my part 2 review, I went to the drive-in and saw 4 Nightmare on Elm Streets. This is the second time I saw Nightmare on Elm Street films at the drive-in this year. I saw 1 through 4 back in April, and I can't remember if I watched the other ones or not. But either way, 1 through 4 again last night. And part 3 is definitely my favorite in the series. I absolutely love part 3. I remember the first time that I rented it, it was amazing. Like, I picked it up at the video store, I took it home. I'd seen part 4 and part 1 already, and part 2, and part 5, and part 6. So I skipped 3, and when I saw 3, I was like blown away. It was so good. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors, kind of ignores Part 2, or at least doesn't acknowledge it. It is more or less a sequel to the first film. It is directed by Chuck Russell, who did the Blob remake. Written by Wes Craven, which is pretty cool, because it definitely feels like it feels like the true follow-up sequel to the first Nightmare on Elm Street. So this one opens up with a new character named Kristen Parker, who is in her room making some paper mache stuff, listening to Dawkins, and she is, trying to stay awake. And as we see she's making, we realize that she is making the Elm Street house, Nancy Thompson's house, from the first film, 1428 Elm Street, out of paper mache. She then has a dream, and she essentially cuts her wrists, but it was Freddy attacking her in the dream, and she is sent to a mental hospital, which I actually never noticed before, but it's Weston Hills, which is the hospital in Freddy vs. Jason. So that was actually cool of Freddy vs. Jason to put that detail in there. I never noticed it before, but yeah, it is the same hospital, which is pretty cool. There, she is introduced to a group of teenagers who are all suffering from dreams of Freddy Krueger. And in walks in a fancy new intern who seems to be doing a lot of research in nightmares, and it is Nancy. So Nancy returns in this film. Heather Langenkamp, now an adult, and she is trying to help these kids. There's also a doctor there who sort of runs the show, who becomes close with Nancy, and he has his own storyline going on too, where he meets this nun who is sort of giving him information on Freddy, very mysteriously. So Nancy and the rest of the staff are trying to help these kids, and there's a bunch of different ones. There's Kristen, of course, the main one. There is Philip, who's a sleepwalker. There's Kincaid. He's like sort of a smart mouth, tough guy. There is Joey, who's sort of a mute. There's a kid that I actually forget his name, but he's like in a wheelchair. And yeah, there's a couple other kids too, and they're all suffering from these nightmares of Freddy Krueger. And they have these group therapy sessions, and nobody really believes them. That they don't think it's weird. And I love that the one character points this out, that all these people never met each other, but they all dreamed of this guy before they ever met, because they're sort of chalking it up to like a group psychosis type thing. And that's pretty interesting. And eventually, they start doing some, as characters start dying off, they start this group hypnotist session, because Kristen actually pulls Nancy into one of her dreams where she comes to face with Freddy, who remembers her. But of course, Nancy is actually on a drug called Hypnosil, which is supposed to stop dreams. So pretty interesting. It's kind of interesting to see like where how she escaped Freddy before she found the Hypnosil. It's not really explained, but you know, it is what it is. And so that's basically the plot. The kids all end up in the dream together, hence the term Dream Warriors, and they all have like special powers and stuff. Like Kincaid is super strong. The wheelchaired kid is like into Dungeons and Dragons, so he's like a wizard master and can do magic and stuff. And then Kristen can do like martial arts. So yeah, that's the plot. I absolutely love this movie. First of all, it opens so great with the paper mache house and the Dawkins playing, and the first dream sequence is awesome with the faucet handles, you know, turning into hands and Freddy's glove and stuff like that, or Freddy's knives. And Freddy is a lot of fun in this one. It's right before he gets like totally MTV Freddy, you know. So there are a couple of lines like "Welcome to Primetime, bitch," which is one of the best line. I mean, it's so good they quote it in part 6, right? So yeah, it's you know, I think it's the perfect balance of Freddy where although I love him in part 1 and 2 where he is genuinely just scary. He's a lot of fun in this one. And the reason why I never had too much issues with Freddy having that sort of humor is because it's like Freddy is saying this stuff to entertain himself, right? It's like that's the difference between like just funny stuff that happens in a movie and like Freddy being this evil bastard who is having so much fun terrorizing and killing people that he throws in these lines that clearly are designed to you know make add insult to injury to his victims and also to sort of scare them even further. But yeah, you know, the TV death is great. The marionette death with Philip is one of my favorites in the whole series. It's just so cool and creepy looking. The dream world is great. The giant Freddy snake is awesome. You know, that starts swallowing Kristen, and then that's where he runs into Nancy. And then also just the opening dream sequence with Kristen and the little girl is awesome. And then we get a return of John Saxon in this film as well. We get a little bit of backstory on Freddy with the nun, which I think adds to a really cool aspect to the lore. And we also get sort of this first exploration of like dream powers and stuff like that, which is pretty cool as well. And we're really starting to get more innovative dream sequences too. And we start to get a bigger budget in these movies too, which is nice. Good soundtrack as well. Honestly, Dream Warriors is just phenomenal. Like, there's really nothing that I don't like about it. It even has like a very like sad part in the end as well. But yeah, I give Dream Warriors, aka Elm Street 3, a perfect 10 out of 10. It's an amazing movie. I absolutely love it. So, with that said, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys tomorrow, which I will review part 4 as well. Might as well since I watched them. And yeah, peace.